Okay, so in this guide, I'm going to take you through the auto backup feature. Now, there's a lot of customers that asked me for this feature because they were losing their files for some reason, and I really don't know why, but I think everybody should have a disciplined backup regime that you should follow, and that way you don't lose your work. But unfortunately, many people don't do that, and I was getting a lot of support calls, or I should say support tickets regarding this, and really I couldn't do anything about it because once the file is gone, it's gone. So anyway, I hope you like this feature, and this will save you a lot of well, basically it will save your files just in case you do something wrong. So from the tools menu, you want to go into preferences, and then from here you want to go to the auto backup options. Okay, and in here let's go through this one by one. So basically you can turn this feature on and off with this checkbox. So when project is saved, first save a backup copy. So what it's going to do is every time, let me just close this. Every time you click this option here, when you're in a project file, you click this option, automatically before I actually save the file or your project file, I'm going to take a backup of the original that you opened. So when you open the file, that is the original file. Before I save right on top of that file, I'm going to take a backup of it, and this is the option that will enable you to do that. So we go to tools, we go to preferences, and then we go to auto backup options. And then here we need to turn this checkbox on. Okay, so now we've enabled the auto backup feature, and we have a couple of options. The first option here is save the backup file in the same folder as the project. Okay, so some people basically, you know, that you'll have lots and lots of folders with lots and lots of projects. So if you choose this option, there will be a backup file that will be created in the same folder as your original or as the file that you've opened. Okay, so when you open the file, whatever folder that it falls in, the backup file will be in that folder. Okay, and the second option is I want to save it in a specific folder. Now this might be a great option where you want to consolidate all your backups into one folder, and I kind of prefer this option. Once I've done that, I know that I'm not looking for my backups all over the place. I'm basically going to this one folder, and I know all my backup files will be there. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to click on this button here, and we need to browse to the folder that you want to put your backup files in. So I've selected this ebook backup folder. Click OK, and this is where it's going to be saved. Now each backup, because we do multiple saves, right, we need to basically have a whole series of these backup files. So we need some kind of naming convention, and the way normally people do it is that each backup file is basically postfixed with some kind of tag, and then a number that increments from 1 onwards. Okay, so basically you can either have nothing here. So if I take this off, then here we get an example of exactly what your backup file will be called. So with no postfix tag, your backup file, if your original file was called bestrecipes.uec, then your backup file will be called bestrecipes1.uec, and then the second time you click save, it'll be called bestrecipes2.uec, and so on and so forth. I prefix everything, or sorry, I should say I postfix everything with _.back, so I can actually see that the backup file will be named accordingly, and it's a nice convention, but some people may not like that. But anyway, you have a choice. You can call it even backup or whatever you want, and this will automatically show you what your backup files will look like. Okay, so I'll leave that at BAK. and that's it. So we'll go through the option. This one's self-explanatory. This will create a backup file in the same folder, but over here I'll show you what happens. Okay, so this is the way I have my thing set up. I'm going to click close, and I'm just going to put some I'm going to put some information in here. So I'll just call it test again. I don't care about the cover page title. I don't care about. I just want to save this file, right? So I'm going to save this file, and I'm just going to save it in some folder. I don't know, this folder called DDD. Okay, so in here I'm just going to call it test. Okay, let me just bring this thing up here so I can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to click save. Okay, so it tells me that yep, my book has been saved. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this again, save. Okay, and let's go to that backup folder. So if you go to that backup folder, the first file has been created called test_.uec, right? Now if I click that again, then I'm gonna get test_back2.uec, etc, etc. So every time I click the save, now obviously this only happens on save, because not on save as, because save as gives you an opportunity, like you see here, the save as dialog box pops up and you can actually save your file to whatever file name, so you'll never be overriding that file really. Okay, so the option is only available for when you go save, and most of the people actually have the problem when they click on this save and something happened and they say, oh my goodness, oh Nitin, my file got overwritten, can you help me? And the answer is usually, I'm so sorry, I can't. So I do apologize for that, but anyway, I've given you this feature, so I don't want any more support calls from you guys. You have everything you need here, and I really hope you make use of it, because it will save your bacon, as they call it. Okay, well, that's it. I will see you in the next video.